Mike.
I am Sue.
I'm Michael.
And we are a close-knit family.
It is Tuesday, January 1st, 2019. This is episode 37. In our notes, it literally says at the top, I am Sue Mike.
Yeah, yeah. We are a knitcast from Armstrong, British Columbia. Okay,
Armstrong in the North Okanagan region of British Columbia, Canada. There you go.
Thank you. We're following Mike's adventures as a newer knitter and our ongoing yarn and knitting addiction. And yay! It's just past Christmas and we scored.
Also, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! It's January 1st,
for
yeah.
those of you who follow the Gregorian calendar, yeah.
Yeah. Right on. That's excellent. Okay, the skies above Armstrong.
The big dump came.
Well, it wasn't even very big.
Yeah. Snow!
Okay, it snowed a little bit.
And get your mind off the gutter.
It's snowing a little bit now. And so I did get some video of Dad running the snowblower.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, that'll be in here. And so it's like not like... It was only about, what, 8 inches maybe?
Sure. It was something like that.
But it was that heavy stuff. You can tell by the way it comes out of the snowblower.
It was heavy.
It doesn't come out in a big poof. So it might not look like it's really deep, but if you knew, like, we have to get at it, it's really awkward.
Yeah. And yeah, you could also tell it was the really heavy stuff because the next night it rained.
Yeah.
Which is terrible. It was...
And then it froze, and then...
God, yeah.
So ice skates, everyone.
Yeah, let's talk about the weather.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, we're on to Alongs. We are going to announce the winner of our sock/donation along.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to know who won that, we're not going to give you a spoiler alert right now. You got to wait to find out.
Yep.
And on the subject of alongs, today being January 1st is the first day of
temperature garment.
Scarf. Shawl, blanket.
That's why I say garment.
Those are all sort of accessories.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to make a temperature sweater, go for it.
Temperature accessory.
So, we've talked a lot about the temperature scarf. I think we covered it pretty good in the last episode.
Yep.
I don't remember.
Uh-oh.
I am going to be doing the zigzag pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be doing my high and low temperature of every day. And probably tell you more about that next time because we'll have something to look at and work on and talk about the yarns and things and yeah.
And I'm probably just going to be doing a garter stitch scarf, high-low temperatures, double knit or held double.
Held double.
Yes. Sorry, 2 different things.
Yes, I'm holding mine double as well. What was I going to say? Temperature scarf. Zigzag pattern. If you want to do something that's a little bit, different than just straight across and give it a little bit of fun. The zigzag is a free download on Ravelry.
Ooh! Just like that.
There it is. Alright! So yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, we had, Christmas happen.
Christmas happened all over our house.
It did. What'd you get, Mike?
Oh my gosh, I got so much stuff.
What did Santa bring you? Oh, okay, sorry. Can we talk about what Santa brought you? Or, no, I guess we have to wait till later.
Well, okay.
Okay, well, spoiler alert, what Santa brought Mike. Coming up later in the episode.
What Santa brought Mike is now bringing to the table.
Yes.
Alrighty. So, I got knitting. I got a whole lot of knitting stuff.
I was just going to say, we're probably going to be overlapping between what you get for Christmas and acquisitions.
Yeah, probably. So I mean, so yeah, first thing I got was this very nice bag. It says she taught me to knit, which has been a great amusement. And
Okay,
from Jane Austen.
I know that might seem kind of like girly, but you know, it was like she taught me to knit.
Yeah.
I picked that up at Knit City.
Oh, right behind my eye, right
behind your eyes, yeah.
Yeah. Behind my back.
Yes, in front of your eyes, behind your back. I was doing a lot of stuff for Christmas right in front of your eyes, behind your back.
Oh, were you?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was a bag.
Yep, that was a bag.
Should I go?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so I got
Excuse me.
a new project bag from Two Sticks and You.
Oh!
Just Two Sticks and You. And so this is a, it's not a small bag, but it's, right now I've got socks in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I quite like this. It's nice and simple, the square bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you know, I also got a bag from Two Sticks and You. This sort of nice rainbow world map pattern. I did quite like it. And yeah, Two Sticks and You, square bottom. Nothing in here yet, but that will change.
Shortly, probably.
Shortly, probably, yes.
All right, and I got another bag.
Another bag? Who made this one?
From Two Sticks and You.
Two Sticks and You.
Okay, she had free shipping. So yeah, this was the Christmas of Sue bought her Christmas presents and handed them out to everybody to give to her. So inside my new bag from Two Sticks and You, I also got some yarn from Midnight Cravings.
Ooh, very nice.
So this is Tapas Bar and Velvet Plum. I love these, and you know, in my dreams, I thought that I also had Kelp Forest in the larger skein. I don't know why I did, but aren't they gorgeous together?
Those are very nice, yeah.
But as you can see, I had it in the small one because I also got their mini pack that go along with Tapas Bar, Velvet Plum, Wine Knot, Kelp Forest, and I think this one is, yeah, Smoke and Mirrors.
Nice.
So I love this combination of colors, and especially when you look, see, this is what I thought in my mind, because I handed these off almost as soon as I got them. But aren't those beautiful together?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, that is what was in my Two Sticks and You bag.
Well, you see, I also got another Two Sticks and You bag with this very nice, just owls. Owls are nice. I shouldn't show this to Steve, should I?
Oh my gosh, you totally should.
Oh, I should. Steve is a family friend. He's terrified. Terrified? He doesn't like. Owls.
No, he's terrified.
He's terrified of owls.
Yeah. He had a really bad...
Yeah.
He explained it to us in full
detail.
Action and detail last night.
Long story short, he was attacked by an owl.
Yes.
And, yeah. And to go in my bags, I also have a mini skein set from Midnight Cravings, which I haven't broken into yet. But in here we have Twilight, Mom Jeans, Casual Friday, Smoke and Mirrors, and Wrought Iron. I believe this is a sock set.
Yes.
25 grams, 86 meters.
Yeah, so they're an 80-20.
Yep.
Yeah, 80-20, and that's right. So my large skeins from Midnight Cravings were on their Lush base, which is 100% merino. Mm-hmm. And the mini skeins were the same as Mike's, the 80-20.
Uh-huh.
Woohoo!
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Gosh, yeah, it was funny when Steve was doing his owl.
Yeah, because he acted the whole thing out.
Okay, so, my another acquisition from my son. This is actually, it's actually a gaming ring, but it's also used by smart people for, come on, focus, focus, focus. There we go. For row counting.
Yep.
So you can change the numbers.
And yeah, you can sort of see that that there's a little highlighter that goes under the rings,
and there's right there. Anyway, it's a different color, so you can tell where it is. And did you know that it was engraved inside?
I did not know it was engraved
so
inside.
Look, it's got a dragon engraved inside. That was funny too. Because Mike said, well, I was sitting there one day and I was like, boy, I sure would like a new counter. And Mike goes, oh, right. So then he said to me, he said, well, no, he didn't ask me what size to get. I said, so if that's something that you're looking at ever, just, get like the biggest size, because I have quite thick fingers. I just do. Always have.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, no, maybe medium, Mom. So then we go and we look. He's like, oh, okay. They have like 3 sizes, and they want, you got to measure millimeters, and then that tells you what it is. So I measure my finger, and Mike says, that's not even on the chart.
Well, I found like, how to convert like a millimeter measurement to ring sizes, and the measurement wasn't on that chart.
Anyway, so I got the really large one. Yeah. Just like I said.
And it fits well.
And it's perfect on, and that's exactly the finger I want it on too.
Yep, I cannot imagine trying to get that thing resized.
No. Okay, so I'm going to save that stuff for Quisitions, because it wasn't Christmas related.
Yep, I'm going to save that for later. And from Mom, I got this very nice sort of pouch thing, and you undo it, and it goes whoa! It has and there's a pocket here for me to put in it
anything.
My new stitch markers.
New stitch markers. Those stitch markers are from Bonnie.
Are they?
Our friend Bonnie.
What?
So no, they are not Cool Cam stitch markers. Stop focusing on my face. There they are.
Yeah.
And they're a lovely they're a stone with some fossils in them. They're quite cool.
Yeah.
They're quite cool. I'm all about the natural. They weren't for Christmas though. I got new stitch markers too.
Okay.
Yes, no, our friend Bonnie made those.
Oh.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
I don't think she watches.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Okay.
and there's a place to put needles and room for expansion.
So
this was handmade by Mom.
This was made on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Well, Mike walked back and forth past me and didn't even notice.
Because I'm an oblivious boy.
So, and I made it. I'll just say there are a couple things that featured here that are just thought of for Michael's purposes. So, one, this really big button and a nice big elastic closure for it. The other thing is that this little pocket, it really overlaps along quite a bit, so that it's really hard for that to stay open ever. Because I can just imagine that Mike probably wouldn't close it and everything would go flying out. So that was just a little something. That I did.
Yeah, that was my Christmas.
All right. What else is going on? We had turkey.
I did not have turkey.
Mike did not have a very good afternoon, evening. His tummy got upset. Too many sweets.
I thought, I have a really sensitive stomach, and I thought I got over that years ago. But if I have anything too much sweets,
chocolate particularly.
Yeah, I can't keep it down. I thought I got over that years ago, but apparently not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, that came as a surprise because, you eat lots of chocolate.
Mm-hmm. I ate lots of chocolate.
But you ate a ridiculous amount of chocolate
and not much else.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So his body thought it was being poisoned and rebelled. Yeah. Anyway, but feeling much better after that. What else has gone on? Been knitting, okay.
I completed or will that go in foes?
That'll go in foes.
Okay.
All right, and so New Year's, we had some friends over last night for New Year's Eve, and Mike did an awesome job. He made a really dumbed down version of Dungeons and Dragons. We called it Disney and Dragons.
Because we were sort of, I based all the characters on Disney characters.
Yeah.
So that you could come to the table and immediately have a grasp of who this person is.
Yeah. So we kind of warned a few friends that we'd said, because I know these friends, they're all actors and stuff. I was like, I think you guys would really get into this because Dungeons and Dragons really is about role playing and sort of acting out your character and thinking what would my character do and improv, that kind of thing. So I said, we're going to do this. We're going to try it. We're going to ease into it. And you can see there was a couple of, okay, let's try this. And there was a couple of, okay.
Yeah.
But I loved it when, Steve, the one who's afraid of owls, was terribly excited because he was playing Peter Pan and he could fly!
He can fly!
He can fly!
And he can make other people fly with pixie dust!
Yeah! Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you get to, but everyone really got into it and they're like, yeah, let's do this again.
So I have now gotten a whole bunch of adults to maybe get over their initial stereotypes and we'll try some D&D.
I love these adults.
I'm an adult, aren't I?
You are an adult. And we're just like slightly older adults.
Oh.
Sorry, honey, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
And just sort of on the chit chat note, I know I said in our last episode that I had filmed my How to Read Your Knitting stuff, and we were going to get that happening. And then when Mike was reviewing it and listening to it, there was way too much noise in the background.
It was all me, actually.
So we're still.
It's going to happen.
We're still looking at that.
Yeah.
I still wasn't entirely happy with it, but we're still looking at it.
Yeah, so it'll be a redo.
Yeah. All right. So, I guess we did all of this, didn't we?
Bags, yarn, stitch markers, ring, knitting organizer. We did all that. Yeah.
Okay, but I added stuff that I didn't write down.
Oh!
So, a couple of things that I acquired. They weren't gifts.
Okay.
They were just things. So one, whoops, let me put that there. One, I was super excited to get the Strange Brew book.
Ooh.
And if you haven't seen it, this is the oh my gosh, yes, Tin Can Knits. I had a little moment there of which yarn company is this? Anyway, just really, so patterns for all of these sweaters in all sizes. So child to adult, really beautiful. And hats and cowls that you can just slip them into, and then you've got yarn charts for adding pattern. Did that quickly because this is paid for material, so I don't want to give too much away. But what's really great about this book is that it's a like a recipe book as opposed to a pattern book.
Oh.
So they give you the, with these measurements and this is what you want to do, and if you, with this recipe, basically you can build any sweater of this style, and they show you can do it top down or bottom up. They give you both. I just want to see if they...
Top down short rows.
They're somewhere. La 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 la. Anyway, so yeah, top down or bottom up. Yeah. So the roadmap for both top down or bottom up. So anyway, it is a really, really neat book. I wanted it for a long time.
And now you have it.
Well, it was funny because that day I was about to order it online, and then I went and I looked and I was like, I don't really need it.
Right.
I don't need it right now. I'll get it later. And then all of a sudden on my Instagram popped up that my local yarn store had some in stock.
Oh!
And if you get the hard copy book, you get a download code to also get the digital book. So if I bought the digital book,
You would just have the digital
I would
book.
just have the digital book. But this way I can play with paper or with the digital stuff.
Nice.
So the other thing
Oh boy.
I ordered
You could kill someone with that.
is a very large
It's
book.
a very big book.
This is The Principles of Knitting by June Hyatt. Oops, can you see that? There we go. And this is an amazing book. This is like an encyclopedia. So this is, you can see there's not patterns or recipes. This is like an encyclopedia of knitting. And she's got all the different styles of knitting. So you've got your English style, or holding it in your right hand, the continental style, the over your neck, the one with the pin, the color work, different ways of all the different kinds. So she's not focusing on just one thing. And then here's all these different kinds of cast-ons and all the different reasons why you would use a certain kind of cast-on in any particular situation.
Wow.
I mean, and cast-off, bind-offs, same thing. And yarn, like all the different kinds of yarn, and different kinds of sheep, and the different ways things are spun.
Wow.
And I mean, this is like everything you ever wanted to know about knitting but were afraid to ask. And it actually arrived yesterday. And and knitting with a belt. And like I say, she doesn't just talk about one.
How do you gather all this information?
Well, I saw an interview with her on Fruity Knitting, and
wow.
this is the second, what's the word I want? Edition. And the first edition came out in 1988,
Okay.
I think. And at that time, I think it's 1988, yes. It took her 10 years to complete the first edition.
Wow.
And it was, they did 30,000 copies, and then they decided they weren't going to print anymore.
Okay.
And then, because the book was selling for so much, like, not secondhand,
Yeah.
they decided to reissue it. And she took another 10 years to revise it and add to it.
Yeah, it does say completely revised and updated. So that's incredible.
So basically, like, there's 20 years of research
Into all
in this book.
600 pages of this book.
Yeah, and so I got it yesterday, and I just kept going, oh.
Yeah, you held that up to me, and I was like, that is a book.
And
on
how
knitting.
to, like, even just how to make patterns, how to
figure out how to write patterns.
how to gauge.
Wow.
Just everything that you ever wanted to know about knitting and didn't even know you wanted to maybe ask.
It's not a read cover to cover book.
It's not a read cover to cover book, and it starts with like a beginner knitter.
Here's how you make
Here's how you make a slip knot, and if you don't like making a slip knot, here's another way you can cast on without making a slip knot.
Oh.
And here's there's 3 needle cast-ons and
Wow.
And how do you cast on a straight needle? How do you cast on double pointed needles? How do you cast on a circular needle? How do you get rid of those jogs? All of those things. And again, in that interview with her, she was saying that, I mean, a lot of the time spent working on this was, like, she has boxes and boxes of knitting swatches that she's knit up.
Oh, yeah.
With different cast-ons and bind-offs and different... So she was able to say, this one's stretchy, this is good for this kind of thing. Anyway.
Wow.
It's a real wealth of information, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to digging into that.
Yeah. Hey, speaking a little bit of beginner knitters again.
Yes.
I taught my girlfriend how to knit last night.
He did.
I did. Last night, New Year's Eve, I was here with my girlfriend, and she was just like, Mike, teach me how to knit! Because you showed off that book. And I was like, cool, here's some straight needles, here's actually the rest of the yarn that I used in my sampler scarf way back at the beginning. Here's how you cast on, here's how you knit. Go forth and knit. And she actually messaged me today, and she was like, "I'm so proud of how of this knitting and all the progress I've made so far." She has like an inch.
Oh, has she been working on it?
I think so.
Oh, good.
And yeah, so yeah, that's a thing that I might give updates on, and maybe we'll see her eventually.
Yeah.
So
Never know. Never know. And I forgot my Christmas fingernails.
Ew!
For those of you who are just joining us, I am, and that's my little ode to knitting there. But I am a nail technician by day, knitter by night. And so, yeah, those were my Christmas nails.
Now you just have to figure out how to knit and nail tech at the same time. You need one of those things where it's like you have the needle coming off your belt.
Yeah, the belt needle. But no.
Okay.
No. But what was funny though was anyone who watches the Cozy Up Knits from out of Grand Prairie, Katie has been crocheting. She's been working on one of the not so cute crochet patterns. Check them out. The not so cute pattern. Can't remember which one she's doing. Anyway, she keeps losing her crochet needle.
Okay.
And as a result, she's kind of been bouncing back and forth between various size crochet needles and stuff. But someone sent me the other day a link for fingernails that was a crochet needle.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was, I was like, okay, this is what Katie needs, is you can't lose that one.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy. But this particular nail set was the crochet needle. And then there was a spool.
Yeah, and a thing to put the yarn through.
And a
tensioner.
Yeah, and I think there was a darning anyway. It was. I mean, so anyway, one hand you could. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
Anything else in
there? Nope.
Okay.
Got a little more stuff to talk about.
All right. Foes.
I finished the socks just in time for Christmas. And I gave them to the person they are for before I could get a photo of them, but I asked that person to send me a photo. They so kindly did. Here they are again. And they're super comfy. And
they were much appreciated.
Yeah, they were very much appreciated.
Yeah. So that was super duper cool. And I finished the hat that I was knitting, and so there's a picture of it here. And it was also very much appreciated, and I think that it's gone to someone who's knit-worthy. So, because they've been wearing it, so that makes them knit-worthy. So there was that.
Mom, what's that?
So, I think I was showing you the beginnings of this last time. This is the shawl.
Oh yeah, you were.
This is the shawl that started out as one of the Cozy Up Knits triple treat shawls, and then it turned into this instead.
Yeah.
Because I decided to do things differently. So this is the yarn from Allison Barnes Yarn, her Fiber Fix box. From the colorways are from October.
Yep.
Autumn Splendor is the variegated yarn, and Russet is the solid tonal yarn there. So got a little lace detail on the bottom and some drop stitches, which I love drop stitches for showing off. These yarns that are artisans spend so much time planning out and making. And the drop stitches just really, I think, is the best way to really show off the beautiful colors of the yarns. Some eyelet yarn overs, a little stockinette there with short rows. And just to show you some of the details. So my goal with this was to not make your typical just triangle, but I wanted something that was longer, like across the top here. And it has an I-cord edge down the side, which is kind of a bonus because I never cut, once I joined my yarns in, so this one and then this one, I never cut the yarn until I was finished, and the yarn is just carried, wait a minute, I gotta look at this like I was actually knitting it because I can't even remember which way it goes anymore. So the yarn was carried down on inside this I-cord.
Oh yeah.
Where is it? There we go. And so you can't even see it. And I never had to cut it.
That's really, and it's a 2 skein one?
Yep, 2 skeins. So this was two skeins of Allison's Cashmere DK, which is an MCN, Merino Cashmere Nylon. And yeah, anyway, I'm just really, really happy with the way it turned out.
It is very nice.
And it's a pretty easy knit. The hardest part is this little lace at the end, and the only reason it's hard is because the shawl is still growing while you're doing it, which makes it a little bit weird.
Oh wow.
At the edges.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the detail here, and that's
yeah. It's very, very simple. But I did decide, because I did take notes as I went along, and I have got the pattern written out.
Ooh.
And I have a couple people who have volunteered to knit it.
I will volunteer.
Oh, do you? Okay. I didn't think you would, because you've got so many other things you've got yarn for.
I do, but I also have some yarn that I was kind of looking at. What weight is this again?
DK.
DK. Yeah, I have some DK that, like, I picked it up at Knit City, and it was like, I like these 2 yarns together. Don't know what I'm actually going to do with it. This will be good.
Neat.
What happened there?
It's fine.
Okay.
It's, I think.
There's just a large opening in the drop stitch.
But it doesn't matter.
No.
Anyway, so yeah, that's my faux. So this just came out of my own little head. So if one did want to wear it, you know, around this way, which is the typical way that people wear these things. And so what a great, like, if you are doing one of those yarn subscription boxes, I mean, really from any dyer, it's a great, this is a great way to use up your, you know, sort of a couple of skeins of your DK weight yarn. And it knit pretty quick too, because it was DK. It did not take long to knit.
It really didn't.
And so there's that. I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
So that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are faux. Those are finished. I think that's it for finished. Yeah.
Okay. Whips. I don't currently have any whips. I'm just taking a little break. But I might pick up that shawl. I also have that cowl that I started doing the swatch for a little while ago and finally picked up some more yarn for. I'll probably get started on that. I have a growing list of people who I need to make socks for. Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Okay, and so, Balance by Kim Hargreaves. Again, if you've been following with us for a little while, you'll know that I knit Balance, and my goal was to knit it stitch perfect, exactly to pattern, because I just thought it was so pretty. And then there's the history of I was really stupid because instead of making it in a size for somebody that it might fit, and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so as we know, I finished knitting it stitch perfect, and it was like, it almost fit me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to add a little bit to it. So I did. I knit 2 panels for here to give it a little bit more room around here. And I was going to make the sleeves a little bit bigger and stuff. So I did that. I put the panels in, I stitched them in, I put it on. Okay, that so didn't work.
Oh, no.
Because when I put it on, basically what happened is the sleeves came down here, around back, and then, you know, halfway across my back. So the sleeve opening's like this big. Yeah. And it's, you know, it's coming way in here because of course I added, you know, so that's not going to work. So I'm right now just trying to decide if, so I'm going to take those panels out because bad plan. They looked very nice, but they just don't work. I'm trying to decide if, so I'm going to take the panels out, sew it back together the way it's supposed to be, and fix up the sleeves so that they fit properly, and then just find somebody that it fits, or hold on to it because it's pretty, because I really do like it. Or if I'm going to keep the panels, rip out the top part back down to the underarm pits. Right. Rewrite the pattern so that it would fit properly and reknit it. And I think, I mean, that is the logical thing to do. I just don't feel like it anymore because I've knit it so many times. So right now it's just kind of sitting on a back burner. Yeah. Because I love the pattern and I want something good to come of it. But I just don't have the mojo to continue to work on it. Right now it's sort of, it's had its day. Yeah. Yeah. So that's that. Oops. Got water on that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so that would be then, I did cast on a new project. So I've had the yarn for this for a little while. I've been talking about it. I cast on the Fintry Shawl by Knox Mountain Knits. And I've had my eye on this since I very first saw it. I'm knitting it in Juniper Moon yarn in this beautiful,
oh wow, sort of rust.
Yeah, it's a very nice, it's a very nice yarn. Yeah. It feels you know, what one would say like rustic. It's not a nice, it's not a merino. Rustic. So the yarn is not like a nice round merino, and it's got, even if you look at the yarn strands, you can see it's like it's got a little bit of texture to it. Yeah. It's so nice to knit with. I would hazard that it's woolen spun, so it does have, it's a little bit grippy, which I like. But at any rate, there is my beginning of my Fintry Shawl.
Very nice.
And I do quite like it. Now let me see what this Juniper Moon yarn is. So it's organic merino. Humanely grown in Argentina. Ooh. I think we looked these guys up once before.
I think we did too.
But I'm trying to find the deets on this. So yeah, 100% wool and 100 grams, 382 yards, and yeah, that's about all we need there. Anyway, and then after it's washed and blocked, because yes, I did my gauge swatch.
You did do
your gauge swatches.
Gauge swatch. Yes.
It's very, like, it starts out, you think it's going to be a little not great.
Yeah, but it's very nice.
Yeah, and I did the, you know, and when you just sort of put it there, you can feel a little bit of that, you know, scratchy, but it doesn't, like, it's not, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fintry Shawl on the go. We'll see. My friend Brianne and I were going to knit this at the same time. We've been waiting for each other.
Yeah.
And it was time for me to start, and I told her I was going to.
Yeah.
And she said, I'm not sure it's the right time for me. And I said, I just can't wait any longer.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if she's working on it or not. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's a thing.
Yes.
So back to the shawl that I made.
Mm-hmm.
If you looked at that and you just like, boom, have an amazing name for it, let me know. Because right now it's just called My Shawl. Because that's what I called it. All right. And I am knitting my blueberry waffle socks out of my mud punch yarn.
Yeah.
And they're happening. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And you have no... And so, Mike.
Hi.
What do you bring to the table?
A story today. Because... So, yeah, get up Christmas morning and there's this great big box under the tree with my name on it. And it's like light, there's like nothing, it's fairly large, but there's like nothing in it. So I unwrap it and I find another box. I might even just put up a picture here. And it just says, this box contains Gloom. You just can't tell.
You just can't tell right now.
Yeah, and it's, leave this box under the tree and it will magically turn into Gloom in the coming days.
Something like that, yeah.
And lo and behold, it did!
So Gloom is not this big.
No, it is, because that's what Mom apparently thought. No, this is Gloom, which I've talked about previously, but now that I actually have it here, I will briefly talk about it again. Gloom is the game where each player is in charge of a family, and your goal is to make your family absolutely miserable and then bring them to a untimely death.
Yay!
But the game is beautiful. It's got a really distinct Tim Burton-esque art style. So like, here's what all the event cards look like. They have little, I don't know why I'm holding it like that, but yeah, all the cards are printed on this sort of semi-clear plastic.
Ooh, we can wave through it.
Yeah, we can wave through it. So that when you say that Willem Stark was trapped on a train, you put them on top of each other, and now you read all the effects of the topmost card. And then you play cards on top of it, and that card will cover up bits of this card, and which cover up bits of other cards, and only the top bits count.
Cool.
And yeah, I've played this before and really enjoyed it, and now I have it. So
looking forward to trying that one.
yeah.
How many players and stuff?
It is between 2 and 5 players.
Cool. That's great.
I dropped a thing.
Get that. I won't, because I can't pick up stuff like that with my
yeah, and of course now it's spilled all over the table.
And we'll deal with that later.
We'll deal with that later. Yes, we will deal with that later.
So cool. So yeah, the Gloom, the box.
Yeah, the box was fairly large, and this is the box it came in. So yeah.
Yesterday it magically transformed under the tree.
Yeah.
We gotta take the tree down. We should do that today.
Oh, we should. We should take the tree down. Ugh. Wait for Dad.
All right. And now it is time for... Oh, okay, yeah, anyway. Events from around the world.
Mm-hmm. And do we actually have some today?
We do.
Woohoo!
We do. They're not from very far afield.
Oh.
Well, it depends how you look at it, because
Okay.
they're both from Canada.
Okay.
But, so the first one... I guess if you go in order of dates, the first one is one I've mentioned quite a few times before, but it's coming up and getting closer. So, on January 12th, 2019, See, it said 19.
19.
That's the year now.
Yes.
It's the Creekside Yarn Festival in Airdrie, Alberta. And they've been showing, you know, vendors who are going to be there on Instagram and stuff. And it's
a good place to be?
It's a gooder.
Okay.
It's a gooder. It's going to be a gooder. And then the next thing I have is on Wednesday, January 16th, 2019. Is the Toronto Knitters Guild meeting with guest speaker Kate Atherley. And so while that's not like a yarn festival thing, they do say, you know, come join us. So if you're from that area, I think it would be pretty neat to sit in on, you know, a thing with Kate Atherley as the speaker. I think that would be pretty good. So if you're looking for details on that, Wednesday, January 16th, their website is torontoknittersguild.ca. So you can check that out. And that brings us to the big moment! The giveaway winner, not giveaway, but the knit-along winner for our sock-along / donation along for 2018, running from July 15th up to Christmas, December 25th. There were 36 entries, and using a random number generator, the entry number 20 was the winner. So congratulations, will anyone be surprised? V. Shaw 7. Woo! Woohoo!
Congratulations!
Yep, that's Vicky. She won again.
Yep.
And what did Vicky win?
What did Vicky win?
Vicky wins a skein of hand-spun yarn. This was yarn we picked up, if you remember, back in September from the IPE. And this is, and it's from Lumbee, Vicky. Okay, so Lady Spinning in the Woods from Lumbee, BC. Hand spun by Louise Smith. It's Peruvian alpaca 2-ply. 148 grams, 132 yards. And just some really nice rustic alpaca yarn. And, of course, our regular viewers will know about Cool Cam stitch markers. So, Vicky also gets a set of Cool Cam's stitch markers. So, Vicky, next time I see you, I have a present for you. You winner, you.
You winner, you.
All right. So that was the exciting, exciting part of the event. And, gosh, if we didn't talk about enough, I don't know.
I think that's about everything.
I think that's about everything.
So, do be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video and to our channel. And follow us on Instagram, Close Knit Family Knitcast. Close Knit Family Knitcast. Join us on Ravelry. Excuse me. All that information will be in the description and on the end card. And as always, unless I'm forgetting something.
No, I would just like to say though, Happy New Year to everyone. Oh, and I started my Knitters Bingo today.
Oh yeah? Good.
Temperature scarf if you want to do it. Oh, I don't think I did. I started a chatter thread about it because let's face it, we're not going to have a faux thread for a long time. So if you're going to jump in on the temperature scarf, you know, join us in the chatter thread on Ravelry about the temperature scarf. Say hi to us if we're watching. If we're watching.
If you're watching.
Oh my God. Okay, and yeah.
Alrighty. So keep your knitting close and your family closer. Bye.